Week 2 of the preseason is underway as the Philadelphia Eagles are set to take on the Cleveland Browns tonight at 7 o'clock on the NFL Network. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy TK the Official, and welcome back to TK Sports Talk, where we talk about the NFL and, more importantly, we talk about the birds, man. All right, it's a little early in the morning here at the household, man, so I'm trying not to wake everybody up. So I apologize if it doesn't sound like I'm as loud as I normally am. But don't get it mistaken, because I'm very excited for what we may see tonight. Now, let me temper my excitement just a little bit, because understand one thing, okay? The Philadelphia Eagles are coming off of 2 straight consecutive practices against the Cleveland Browns, okay? All right? And so we know that we don't really expect the starters to play a whole lot in this game tonight. But there are a lot of things that we're trying to see this evening. There are a lot of things that we're very interested in seeing this evening, namely the starting safety position, okay? Now, it seems as though Reed Blankenship has solidified his starting safety spot. Reports have came out all summer long about how great he's been doing, and even just this week, he picked off Deshaun Watson 3 times in practice, okay? All right? Now, we saw Reed Blankenship flash when he came on last season. Now, obviously, the Eagles saw something in him early in training camp last year, as he was an undrafted free agent who made this squad, okay? Now, who is going to start next to Reed Blankenship? Has been the summer all offseason long, all training camp long, okay? Every safety on the team has gotten first team reps, okay? From Justin Evans to Terrell Edmonds to Kayvon Wallace, okay, and Sidney Brown, all right? Now, Sidney Brown is our 3rd round pick, and he's the eyes-on favorite to win this job, okay? This is really Sidney Brown's job to win. Okay, I'm not going to say it's his job to lose, because he doesn't currently have the job. But everyone knows, including those inside the Eagles organizations, okay, that if the plan goes as they want it to go, Sidney Brown will be that second starting safety. Okay, now, reports are that the Eagles are now looking at some multiple defensive looks, including 3-man safety look, okay, which is something that we've seen before. All right, so if we are running the 3-man safety look, how much of that 3-man safety look are we running? And when we do run it, who is the 3rd safety? Okay, if you're gonna ask me right now, that safety would be Kayvon Wallace. Okay, all right. Now, what else are we looking for in this game tonight? All right, I want to see the running backs. Okay, I want to see more of Rashad Penny. Okay, I need to see more. I don't feel like I've seen enough, okay? I seen enough of DeAndre Swift last week. I seen enough of DeAndre Swift last year, okay, to understand what kind of a player that this particular gentleman is, all right? So I don't really need to see him. Yeah, I would like to see a little bit of Kenny Gainwell, but give me a lot of Trey Sermon, okay? Because Trey Sermon deserves the right to be able to make this team, all right? Now, you got to let Boston Scott play, because how can you cut Boston Scott and not even let him play in the preseason? Now, some of you might say, cut Boston Scott. Well, listen. It's going to come down to Boston Scott or Trey Sermon for that last position, all right? Now, Boston Scott is the most highest paid running back on this team. Do I need to say more, okay? How much is Boston Scott going to play running back for this team, okay? For him to be the highest paid running back on the team, it's almost a no-brainer that if Trey Sermon shows anything, okay, he's going to make the team, all right? Boston, I love you, all right? You've been the giant killer. The second giant killer, because we all know who the first giant killer was, and that was D-Jack. Check my man, all right? In case you forgot how my man D-Jack was getting down, all right? First giant killer, number 1. Miracle in the Meadowlands, number 2, all right? As Mike Quick so profoundly pronounced that game. Yeah, so Boston Scott, man, it is what it is, man. Anybody who a fan of Boston Scott, you don't like my take, man, comment down below. Let me know how you feel about it, okay? All right. So I want to see that, man. I want to see the offensive line play, all right? I love watching the offensive line. I love the young guys that we bring in. I love how Jeff Stoutland teaches them, okay? So no matter who it is, if it's not our first teamers, I want to see how our second team is, because we are absolutely going to need depth. Last year, we were very, very fortunate, okay? I would knock on some wood, but, okay, here goes some right here, okay? Last year, we were very fortunate with the injuries, and we did not have many injuries, especially to the offensive line. And I'm hoping that this year is the same thing. But if it is, we need to make sure that guys are ready, all right? So I'm really, really interested in seeing how Tyler Steen plays, how Cam Jurgens plays. I want to see how Josh Sills plays. And, hey, big shout out to Josh Sills, man. My man has been through a tumultuous, tough 6 months. I don't. You know, as a man being charged with rape and kidnapping, you know, that's a lot of stress on someone's mind to be trying to get through to try to get your name back, man. He's done that and he's come back and he's got his game back, man. Proud of that man for doing that thing, man. Love how you playing. Keep it up. All right, now one other thing that I'm really looking for, well, two other things that I'm really looking forward to see, okay? But the D-line, I know how the D-line is going to play. I'm not so sure how much Nolan Smith is going to play. I'm not so sure how much Jalen Carter is going to play.
They killed the Cowboys. Hey, everybody got beef on. I might well join the wave. You know?
I don't want the league, I don't want anyone, especially not the Patriots, to get an idea of how Jalen Carter likes to rush, how Nolan Smith likes to rush. Shit, even the Kobe Dean, I don't want anyone to see anything, because when we get out there in those first 2, 3, 4 weeks of the season, I want teams to have to be trying to adjust to what we're doing up front, okay, and how to block this particular person, all right, and if they need to slide, if they need to chip, whatever it is that they need to do, okay. But I'm very, very interested in seeing how the linebackers are going to play tonight. Again, like I said, I just mentioned the Kobe Dean. We already know that he's entrenched as the starting middle off-ball linebacker, okay. Now, is it going to be Miles Jack, who is my favorite, all right, now, but it seems as though Zach Cunningham is getting more reps next to Kobe Dean outside of Anthony Morrow, okay, and Zach Cunningham is a beast too. For me, it's Miles Jack, Zach Cunningham. I mean, they're pretty much right there, all right? I would much rather, and it seems as though they're going to go with those two options because I think they are the less expensive between Zach Cunningham, Miles Jack, and Anthony Morrow or Nicholas Morrow. If I'm saying his name wrong, I'm sorry. But chances are you're probably not going to be on this team, okay? I still want to see Keely Ringo. I want to see Eli Ricks. I want to see Josh Jobe. I want to see what's my other man that was undrafted that's been making plays, man. I want to see all the cornerbacks play. I want to see it, okay? I want to see it because, again, we were very lucky with injury. I want to be honest with saying that we got older cornerbacks on our team. It's no telling what may come this year. So we got to be prepared, okay? And a good football team is a prepared football team. So we know we got a lot of depth on this team, but a way that you make sure that you have depth, you have to cultivate that talent underneath your starting players, okay? That's how you make sure that you have depth. So I really want to see who comes out there and grabs the bull by the horns tonight, okay? Who do they give Eli Ricks more time? Because a lot of the third string defenders did not get a chance to play. All right, does Eli Ricks bump up to the second team tonight? All right, that's one thing that I'm very interested in seeing. Okay, is it going to be Josh Jobe and Keely Ringo? All right, and which will probably be the starting cornerbacks tonight. Probably Josh Jobe and Keely Ringo, and then I would imagine it would be Eli Ricks and the other undrafted gentleman. I just can't think of his name right now, but he's been balling out, man. Played on special teams, just had a fumble last week. Anyway, those are the things that I'm looking forward to seeing tonight. Y'all comment down below. Let me know if y'all looking forward to seeing anything else. Okay, again, the Browns are going to take on the Eagles tonight. It is a preseason game. Don't expect very much from the starters, if at all. Okay, and listen, Jalen Carter, I don't need anybody to see you. All right, it's $700 plus odds or 700 plus odds on FanDuel and wherever else you betting on. Hey, make sure you gamble responsibly. Okay, all right. However, what I want to say is he don't need to play. All right, there's no reason to get any film on him. There's no reason to get any nicks, bumps, bruises, or any of that kind of thing, man. Anyway, this your boy TK the Official, man. The Eagles take on the Browns tonight. Talk to y'all after the game. Go Birds.